Good afternoon, everyone. This is Barry here with you at nearly 10 minutes to 3 on this Friday afternoon, the 17th day of July. And welcome along to episode 30. Well, on episode 30 today, we're going to be talking about the television show Sale of the Century. And before we do that, I've got a food idea for you. Okay, and this is called a chicken ricotta lasagna. Now, if you've ever had lasagna, guys, we know it's time consuming to make, but the most important thing, guys, you've got to be patient with making this lasagna and also taking your time. Well, lasagna, what you do is you layer your cooked leftover chicken. Okay, look up a recipe for that. Go to the Justin Schofield Everyday Gourmet website and it will be there. So, lasagna, what is it? It's an Italian dish. Mainly lasagna is made from minced cheese, salsa, and lasagna cheese, and it has cheese sprinkled on the top of it, and you bake it in the oven, and you serve it with salad and garlic bread. And you may recall a couple of years ago, I did a video on lasagna, so if you want to look up on that video from my old channel, please do so. We know lasagna, guys, is time consuming and it's frustrating and you have to do a lot of cooking, chopping and all that, but it is well worth it afterwards. So go on, look up a recipe for that chicken ricotta lasagna and look up the Justin Schofield website, Everyday Gourmet. It is seen on Channel 10 sometimes. Now, let me take you back to the year 1980. So, step back in time, guys, as I take you back to the year 1980. On the 14th of July 1980, a television show called Sale of the Century hit our screens. Happy 40th birthday, Sale of the Century. Now, Sale of the Century aired on the 9 network from 7 until 7:30 on the 9 network and was produced by the Grundy organization. And the producer was Reg Grundy. The first host of Sale of the Century was Tony Barber. Now, who can tell me who watched Sale of the Century back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s? There was another version called Sale of the New Century, hosted by Glenn Ridge. Now, I wonder what Tony Barber and Glenn Ridge are doing with themselves these days. Sale of the Century was filmed in Melbourne at the Channel 9 studio at 22 Bendigo Street, Richmond, Victoria, and The announcer was Peter Smith, and of course, you, he used to say, "Sale of the century," when the music came on, and he announced all the prizes and who the host of the show was. Now, Tony Barber was the first host of the show. I'm saying of the century when it started in July of 1980. I was only 5 back then, would you believe that? So So if you're ever on YouTube, guys, this weekend, look up some old episodes of Sale of the Century. I'm pretty sure you will be able to look up old episodes of Sale of the Century. And this is what episode 30 is all about. After Tony Barber left, Glenn Ridge hosted the show, and there was a new set and a new format of Sale of the Century, and that was also there too. Now, Sale of the Century is long gone, guys, but it will not be forgotten. I'm pretty sure of that. We all miss Sale of the Century, but like I just said, if you want to look up old episodes of Sale of the Century this weekend, then go right ahead. And that's what I'm going to do after I do this video. And this is episode 30 today, about lasagna and Sale of the Century. Now, today is the 17th of July. Now, before we head into the closing sequence of today's show, always, if you enter a building, please get your temperature checked and make sure that it is not too high before you enter the building. Now, if your temperature is too high, guys, please do not come in. Stay home until it goes down. Well, I've had a fabulous week bringing my Wednesday. Well, I've had a fabulous week bringing the episodes to you. And episode 31 coming up on Monday. There'll be no episode tomorrow or Sunday, but episode 31 coming up on Monday. But until then, everybody, take care and have a nice weekend and practice your social distancing, guys, and don't crowd the big buildings because what I heard on the radio that restrictions are in place. And that's where I'd like to finish episode 30 today by saying be careful, and even if you haven't got any symptoms, guys, please still get tested. This has been Barry Beer. I hope that you all have a happy weekend, and I will see you on Monday for episode 31. Have a great weekend, everybody, and for those who are sick, we wish them a speedy recovery and go to the doctor if you are not well. And on that note, it is time to go. The time is nearly 3 o'clock. Barry Field signing off from episode 30 today, and I look forward to your company on Monday. But until then, have a great weekend, everybody. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.